Hello everyone, welcome to a new video of the Lego Live Studios, and today at the Dark Hunter reviews we got Savage with us. And so before the video review starts, just let you know, like always, that you have the instruction in the description and a playlist with all the Dark Hunters and all the social media. So let's go on. According to BS 1, he was once a Toa of Earth who was captured and mutated by the Visorak. He became a half Toa, half Rahi, something close to the Toa Hordika. Then he managed to escape and return with his Toa team, but none of them recognized him, so they attacked him because they thought he was a monster or something like that. When they attacked him, the venom began to transform him even more, so he lost control and injured them badly. So the Shadow One later convinced him to become a Dark Hunter, telling that his former teammates were jealous and they had allowed the Visorak to mutate him. Shortly after that, before Matinu's reawakening, he became really mad and he lost control, and the Dark Hunters had to put him in a cell in which he couldn't hurt himself or he couldn't hurt anybody else. So that's where he ended. It says here that he then went to Barra Magna, Spurs Magna, after the Battle of Barra Magna where Makuta and Matinui fought. So that's how he ended. His main abilities and traits are that due to his animalistic mutation, Savage frequently gets Rahi-like urges and it's got mad attacks and he gets mad, and when that happens he is locked in a special cell so he can't damage himself or others or the building. So the damage he made that was taken off from his pay. Savage Rotuka's spinner can paralyze his opponents, and he has very good tracking abilities that's compared to Energy Hand. This is an Energy Hand, I'm gonna show a photo here. And he also has his Earth power from the time he was a Toa, but because of his madness he can't control them really well. So Savage were the Great Kanohi Ruru, but now it's mutated in a Ordika form, and because of the Visorak venom he's not able to use his mask power because the mask fused into his face, and I don't really know why he can't use it, but that's something that's secondary effects. And then Savage carries a tree claw that can liquefy solid matter. He can also develop a natural Rotuka launcher. So that's his main abilities. He appears in Bionicle Dark Hunters and Bionicle Encyclopedia Updated, and he was made by CJ Konopka. Oh, that's a strange name. So now I'm gonna show him around. I'm sorry for using this green thing here, but I mean it's something fast I did. I know I could have bought something better, but I haven't got time, and I have to do this. So just gonna show it around. As you can see from the original one, I made some changes because I didn't have so many pieces. I mean, this one should be black, but they're gray. But I mean, I think that hurts really much design. I should have used Wacky Foods here, but I mean I was a bit lazy. I mean it was the back part, so you didn't really see that. So the back, I didn't really pay much attention to the back part, but I'm sorry if that make you disappoint. But I mean you get the basic look of it. So that's basically all of it. So now we're gonna go on with some size comparison. I'm gonna take a basic Bionicle build. I mean, maybe not so basic because I'm gonna take Gresh, but I mean, the height it's the same, I think. And as you see, he's a pretty good height. He's taller than Gresh. And yeah, he has a pretty good size. So the building itself, I really like the building. I really like the posability of the claws here. But maybe in general I don't really like this arm. I think this arm here looks much cooler because it's like, I don't know, this is a bit more empty, you know, like this space here gets really empty, and the claws here, when they're extended, they look good, but I mean when you bend them like this, it doesn't really look that good. I don't know, this arm here could have been better, I think, but I mean I don't really know which piece I will use here because, you know, I think the creator wanted to make it look like an Urdica. I mean, wanted to stay with the Urdica design. So if you think about that, then the design is pretty much correct. Maybe it's even though it's a bit empty, I think it could have been better, but it's okay. So what I don't like about the legs is that this is like very like wobbly here, and it just wobbles around, and I would like to have more stability on here, even though this makes much of the stability job, but I mean it still wobbles around. And the foot design, it's okay, but I really like the lower part of the foot, but I think it's a bit empty here and it could be better, but I mean when you put it on like this it doesn't look that bad, but when you stretch it out it looks like kind of empty and unfinished, but it's okay. That's the legs here, and what I don't like about this is a bit the lack of possibility, you know. And this is also very wobbly, it's not that, you know, strong, it's not that good for posing around, but it's, in general terms, the design is pretty good. And maybe have done the shoulders a bit wider here, the connection point, because I feel like the legs are a bit too separated. I will have made, but if I could make another change, I will make the shoulders wider and this a bit, and the space between the legs, the gap between the legs, a bit smaller, because I think it's really got too much gap here between the legs, and that's basically what I will say are the wrong things about this mug. But I mean, in general terms, I really enjoyed this build. Maybe the stability is not that good either, because of, I think this using the Urdica chest plate here make it a lot more wobbly, and it doesn't get so much support. Like when you do this, I think it's gonna fall easily, like you see. So that's a bit the thing, the stability with the legs. The foot should be more, shouldn't have like this curve here, because it's making it look like wobble around, and the stability is not that good with the feet. But I mean, in general terms, I really like this Titan build. I really like the body build, and I think it's really creative, even though it uses the Urdica body in the upper part. But I mean, the lower part of the body is like really creative, and I really like how it looks actually. Maybe if it's a bit like empty here, and I mean doesn't have so much texture here. I know it should be a silver one here and a black one here, but I had to do it like the opposite way because I didn't have a black one of this and a silver one of this. So that's basically the main things. I think I'm complaining all the time, but I mean I really like this building, even though I really like the clothes here. Like you can really make this like this, and you know, make this curvature, and it really looks good. This hand is really cool. It's not the correct building, but I mean it's something similar. I'm sorry guys if you are disappointed because I don't really using the correct pieces, but the reason is because I don't have them all. So, but I mean it's okay. So the back is pretty cool. Also, I just forgot to put on this ones here. On this ones here, but I mean it's pretty okay. From the back, it looks pretty cool also, and I don't really like how this sticks out here. That's a thing I don't like about the design, but I mean it's the back and you don't really see that much. But I mean in general terms, Savage is really cool, and it's a really one of the Dark Hunters I will say that you have to build, because he's not that bad as others, like you know the Shadow Stealer. It's really bad, and the Amphibags, I think that's gonna be the next one, but I don't really like him. And I think that's pretty much everything I had to say. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and yeah guys, see you next video with Amphibags or Mimic or whatever Dark Hunter do. See you next video guys.